Hi everyone, this is Arlene with a video tutorial for my favorite things. I'd like to introduce to you the new Prima Donna Petals Die-namics die, and this is so fun to work with and it's very versatile. You can cut different materials with this, and I'm going to show you a few flowers that I created using this die in different materials. I haven't tried the MFT cork yet, the cork sheets, but I'm sure the cork sheets would be amazing with this flower also. But let me show you a couple of samples that I created. And so here's one, and this I created using the My Favorite Things paper pack and only a single layer of each petal. So as you can see, the Die-namics die comes with 3 layers, this base layer, a middle layer, and a center, and it comes with the leaf also. So I used a single layer with this one, and I love how it's dimensional, if you guys can see that. So it'll pop right out of your project. It doesn't lie flat. It's really fun. It's not your normal, flat flower. Now this one right here is in the banana felt by MFT, and this was really, really fun. I like this. And you can layer the felt too and alternate felt, felt paper, or you can just do all felt, however you want to do that. And I just put a little half-back pearl in the center there. On this one I put a little crystazzi crystal in the center. And with this one was really fun. I created this with designer paper and vellum. So I actually put in 2 layers of each petal. So I cut this out once with the designer paper and then again with the vellum, and then I alternated designer paper vellum, and then the center is designer paper and a basic gray brad. And what's really cool about this die is it already has the hole in the center, so you can stick a brad to assemble your flower together. With the center, you just have to poke a little hole on that one to get the brad all the way through the flower. So here's a card I created with one of the dimensional flowers. And if you're watching this video, you have probably gone through my blog post explaining how I created this card. Super fun. I created this using the First Class Friend stamp set, which is so fun. It comes with a ton of stamps, so go check out the MFT blog and you can see a picture of the stamp set. But it also comes with this cool frame, postage frame, Die-namics. And so this is the inside, so super fun. But here is my Prima Donna petal flower. Do you see how dimensional that is and how it pops out from the card? So it's super fun. I really, really love this die. And it's really easy to assemble, not complicated at all. And I'm going to go ahead and walk through that with you guys. I've already pre-cut the pieces with my Big Shot. So what I did is I'm using hot fudge cardstock. It's available at the MFT website, and then I'm using the My Favorite Things paper pack, this right here. Really pretty paper pack. I love the combination of brown and pink, and this paper pack has brown and pinks. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so I already cut those out, and then I cut out 2 little leaves. And one thing I wanted to point out about the leaf on this die is it actually embosses the center, so it looks like a real leaf. Can you guys see that? Really cool. So let me go ahead and show you how to assemble it. Now I'm going to use my cardstock as my base, and what you want to do is sort of curl your flowers in a little bit just to kind of get it going, because you're going to make a dimensional flower. So I'm just kind of just pushing up and rolling a little bit. As you can see, it's kind of getting a little bit curvy there, because we're going to be assembling it by basically tucking this little tab. You guys can see the little tab here. We're going to take this little tab and we're going to curl it, we're just going to push it right under, so the tab is now no longer seen. So that's how it becomes dimensional, if you guys can see that. And what I'm going to do is use my hot glue gun. You can also use your glossy accents, but I want mine to go by pretty fast. So I have my Surebonder hot glue gun, and I like it because it has a fine tip. So when you're doing intricate projects like this, and you only want an itty-bitty piece of glue to come out, it's the perfect hot glue gun. Love it. Okay, so so then you just push that down, and it dries. See, dries right away, so you don't have to worry. Okay, so see how dimensional that is already? You guys can see that? Okay, so that's one piece. Now I'm going to do the next piece here. Again, just kind of getting it going so it bends a little bit, and then put some hot glue right on the back And you're just going to tuck that tab over so you can't see it. Okay, and you don't want to go too much because you want to make sure the leaves, the petals are equally spaced as they are on the other areas of the petal. Okay, so now there's that. As you can tell, it's dimensional. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the medium flower, which is going to be in the center, and getting that going. And this one, you're just going to take that itty bitty tab right there that you can see. See that itty bitty tab? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to be tucking that right behind. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of glue right behind, and we're going to tuck that in. Okay, there we go. So it's already dimensional, as you can see. You can see it bending up, and we're going to do the same thing with this one. So we're pretty much done there. I'm not going to use this piece. I'm actually going to use this piece in the center, which is from the cardstock. And these are the sprays, you know, in the center of the flower. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to kind of hold it and curling up with my finger and just pushing it up just a little bit to start it getting a little bit dimensional. And instead of using my Crystazzi crystals, this time I'm going to use these brads by Creative Imagination. Now the assembling part. Okay, so this is going to be my base. What I'm going to be doing is adhering this so the petals on the design paper overlap or go right into the center of the hot fudge cardstock. Okay, so just add some hot glue. Okay, just like so. Okay, so that part's done, and that's what it looks like. So do you see how it's dimensional? Now here's where, now that we are going to put these on, here's where you want the tip of your paintbrush, and I'll show you how I use that. Okay, but first let me go ahead and get this piece onto here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to alternate, and this petal is going to be between these two petals, and so it alternates just like so. Alright, that's just so that it's not like right on top of each other, so it gives it more dimension and staggers it just a little bit so the petals pop out a little bit more. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue on this. And again, stagger the flowers, or the leaves, I'm sorry, the petals. And I'm going to use my paintbrush to push that in. Okay, and as I push it in, I'm kind of pushing down in the center, and do you see how the petals are kind of popping up? Let me scroll in or zoom in so you guys can see. As I push down, or even if you use one of these pads, this is one of those paper piercing pads, just kind of push down on that, and you see how the petals just kind of want to naturally go up? That's what you want to do to kind of make it a little bit more dimensional than what it's already doing naturally because of the way the die is set up to work. Okay, and you're going to take the center, the next piece, the DP piece, design paper, and you're going to overlap the petals on this one as well. Just like so, so that it, again, adds a little bit of interest because you don't want them like right on top of each other. Okay, and as you push down, again, do you see how it's popping up? I love how it just does that naturally. Okay, and so we're just going to take that, and we could still use it, but I'm going to go ahead and paper piece the center, or paper pierce the center of my little spray, this little guy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and paper pierce that. Okay, and I'm going to stick my brad through that piece. Alright, and then I'm going to stick that through the hole of my flower, if you guys can see the hole there. If you guys can see it, but there's a hole. So we're just going to stick that right through. Pull the brad back. Okay, and there you go. And it's like super dimensional. You can take your paper piercer and kind of pull up on the sprays to make that a little bit more dimensional. Super fun to play around with this die and try different materials. I'm going to try cork next, but MFT sells cork sheets, which are really cool because they are just the right thickness to run through your Big Shot or Cuttlebug or whatever die cutting machine you have, and your Dynamics. So, but anyways, there is the Prima Donna petal flower, nice and super dimensional, super easy to make. And there's my cardigan using the Prima Donna Petals Die-namics. There it is in action. So hope this tutorial was helpful. Check out MFT at www.mftstamps.com. Thanks for watching, everyone.